The National Organization of the Boy Scouts of America filed for bankruptcy protection while facing declining membership and child sexual abuse allegations. The Boy Scouts of America Great Rivers Council members say the national bankruptcy is not impacting local troops or a 450-acre Boy Scout camp at the Lake of the Ozarks. The Great Rivers Council offers traditional scouting opportunities to scouts from ages 11 to 17 through local troops throughout mid-Missouri, including Boone, Miller, and Morgan counties. Great Rivers Council CEO and Scout Executive John Fabitz says local councils will continue to operate business as usual. In a statement to KRCG, Fabitz says there should be no change to the local scouting experience. Our camps, properties, and all local contributions are controlled by our council. Columbia radio personality and Eagle Scout Scotty Cox says local scouting programs will continue despite the national problems.
A jury earlier this week awarded a peach farmer in Cape Girardeau $265 million following a suit that claimed Dicamba irreparably destroyed his fields. Dicamba was created over 50 years ago, but a recent wave of weeds becoming more resistant to other weed killers has led to a large increase in the pesticide's usage.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we've never applied as much of this one herbicide in our history as what we are now because of this shift towards the dicamba-resistant soybean system.
Some crops are highly sensitive to dicamba, and their tolerance of the pesticide is significantly less than when compared to other, more common weed killers. It can also stay in the air for far longer than other pesticides when applied. Bradley says some studies have shown traces of dicamba in the air can be found days after its initial application.
One of the properties of dicamba is it is inherently volatile. If you can look at it like evaporation, basically. I mean, you can apply it, and if the conditions are right, 2 or 3 days later, you can still detect dicamba in the air above that field.
Yearly crops, while they can receive damage, most likely won't be problematic in the long term since they are replanted every year. However, Bradley says the effects of repeat use of dicamba near perennial crops and the fields themselves could be a lot worse.
What does that do to, say, a tree or a vineyard or a orchard? So some of those perennial crops, we don't have answers to all those questions yet because you know, this is a new phenomenon that we've all been dealing with.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture has received more than 750 dicamba-related complaints since 2016.
A Missouri man convicted of killing an 81-year-old woman nearly 3 decades ago now faces execution in May.
KRCG 13's Gracie Matisse is live at the Missouri Supreme Court with more details on the case. Gracie?
Good morning. Walter Barton was convicted of killing 81-year-old Gladys Cooler in October of 1991. Now, Cooler was the manager of a mobile park home in the town of Ozark near Springfield. Authorities say she had been beaten, sexually assaulted, and stabbed more than 50 times. Barton's case had been tied up in court for years due to mistrials, appeals, and 2 overturned convictions. Barton's attorney says Missouri is, quote, about to execute an innocent man. The Missouri Supreme Court set Barton's execution for May 19th. Live in Jefferson City, Gracie Matisse, KRCG 13.